So today is kind of day one of taking things out of the van, I guess. I kind of started a little over a week ago by just testing out to see if I could take the seats out, but lately these things have been bugging me every single time I drive because some of them just hit the window because the tie-ups don't work at all anymore. So I'm gonna work on that first. It's a pretty easy thing to fix. You just take out the screws right here that are all tucked up under there. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. There's a little peak of sunshine coming out to see us today. Alright, so this is actually day 2 now. It's been a couple weeks since I last did anything to the van because I was just finishing up work. I can't do much because I still have to wait for my mechanic to take out that bench seat, but I'm gonna take out all this wood paneling on the top and that limo track lighting up top. So yeah, hopefully I get a lot of that done today, and on Monday when the mechanic takes it out I can just get all that carpet, and he's also gonna mount that under the car where it belongs. So what I've done so far is taking all of the cabinet doors off of their hinges. These are a little harder to get in with my drill because of the angle. I can usually get the first one out right there, but this back one is a little bit harder to get to. I also took off this lining thing, but of course it's all connected, so I'm gonna wait and see if I can just trim those wires and take this whole thing out because I actually don't want anything to do with this. That's the track lighting that used to be in there. Just not really a fan of it, so, but I will like to have that gone so when I'm driving I don't have this big thing blocking my view. And I actually decided that I do want to keep these, so I've been saving the hinges once I get them out. I was really only able to get the whole, where did this even come from? I don't even remember where these things came off of. Maybe those front doors? They've literally all been, they're all still on there, so I don't know where those came from. Oh, they were from where the TV was. I was able to get all of those off around it. Yeah, like I said, these ones are a little bit difficult, but since they do actually normally just keep the cabinet open from those little cabinets, they're pretty sturdy that I think I can just reuse those and put them on new cabinets. So, and there's so many of them, if I need to use like 3 or 4 per like cabinet, I'm only gonna do cabinets on this side, not the side with the door. But yeah, I think it'll work. If it doesn't, then I can pick something else up, but at least I can try this freeway and repurpose what was already here, because I mean they were used for a reason. They do keep the cabinets open, so you can see it's still in the open mode, and then it goes, I'm trying to pinch my fingers, goes in when it's done. But yeah, it's a pretty strong open and close, so I'm excited to hopefully those work if I can get these out, which I probably will. starting to get warm, but it's the perfect time of year to kind of do this because you get a nice breeze, but I also got my safety goggles on. But there was some insulation that I was a little worried about inhaling. I do feel a little itchy, but that might just be in my head because it doesn't look like it's fiberglass. But yeah, day 2 complete. Might have to go to Home Depot and pick up some tools tomorrow, but we'll see. So Dad is helping me today. We got out all of the ceiling stuff, cut some of the wires. That tubing is from the AC, so we're actually gonna keep that and probably just paint it to match the interior once we're done, but we don't have any clue how to take that out, and I want to keep the sound system for while I'm driving. Yeah, and then we're gonna work on the ladder. I'm not sure yet if we're gonna put it on this door or this one. This is the only window on these side doors that open, but I think there's probably still gonna be enough clearance because it really doesn't stick out that much. And the ladder, I feel like, comes to like here, so I think it'd be pretty close, but I think it'll make it. So we got the ladder on here nice and sturdy, and then all that's really left for today, I'm gonna kind of clean up because my mechanic's gonna take this bench seat out, so just make it a little bit, oh nice, wind brought that down, slightly easier for myself. And yeah, I need to tape off some wires. There's some loose ones right over there to keep them from shorting. But yeah, pretty productive day. I'll do a kind of little pan. I think it's day 4 or 5? I don't know. Since I can only really do it in little few hour spurts, depending on the tools I have, hasn't really been as productive as some other people have been, but it's nice to be able to devote all my time to this. So we got all of the kind of wood paneling off the ceiling. Dad tried taking out this, just wasn't, it's bolted under the van, so that needs to be done by a professional. He was able to get the little seat plates out, and then my mechanic will also put that under the van too. But yeah, once that's out, start ripping up the carpet. I'm probably gonna take this guy out while I so just make it a little easier to get under all of this. Alright, so it's been a few days since I've worked on the van just because I've been dog sitting, and I couldn't get a whole lot done, but I did get the all the carpet out. Not all of it, it's almost completely pulled up. I just need my dad's carpet cutter to get the last of it out so I can pull it from the main part of the van, and I'll show you right now. So yeah, as you can see, all of that is the carpet that's been pulled up. There's these little like foam mats under it. I think it's like cushion and insulation, sound deadening while you're driving. So it's gonna be really fun the next couple days to be driving with completely empty shell. But yeah, I just need to get that all taken out. And so when I took, it kind of helped me get started. I took out this little liner part. So normally there's a plastic thing that this is actually 2 pieces. I thought I would have to take this out too, but this goes right on top, and I actually have a little save pile. That's the mound of trash, but this is the save pile. These are the screws that go with it, and this is that piece that goes in there. So once I took that out, it was actually pretty easy to get under the carpet right here and just start pulling up. So I did kind of start in this corner. All the tire parts were completely cut of their own carpet, so it was super easy to take out. But yeah, I'm planning on keeping, obviously, the cab area carpet, so I'm just going to cut it right along there. I'll probably put in some sort of kind of buffer, like stepping area, just to have the difference of floors and there's not just like frayed carpet right there. So tomorrow I'll be working more on that, and then we're gonna have to do a big dump run for the couch, and then all of that trash right there. Some of that is from our trailer we just got rid of. Those are the landlords, but yeah, it's a nice kind of little open spot for me to work on the van, which is nice. Yeah, insulation is next once we get the carpet out. Maybe scrub the walls a little bit of the old insulation. Yeah, so that's still the old insulation right there. We got some wires, probably just trim back all of those except for what is clearly running back there, but all these like hanging ones here that were left from like the track lights that were still there, and some of those pieces are from like the stereo. There's a huge thing right there where stereo used to be. Those were like the outlets to plug in your headphones back in the day. I'm sure they still worked, but oh yeah, I don't know if I want to keep that light or not that's hanging right there. It's still hooked up, but I'm planning on doing a bunch of LED, or maybe a couple LED lights, mostly like stringed battery powered lights, but yeah, who knows if I'll actually keep that. So I just got back from Home Depot. Me and my dad picked up some wood to do some framing inside the van before we can obviously like put any of the walls in. Also picked up some screws, but I was looking at the insulation. They don't have the kind that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the kind of, what is called, the poly-si thing, that foam board insulation, and then I want to do recycled denim insulation in the walls, because it's a little warmer, I think, or like more insulation, better, and so on. I'm not making any sense, I'm really tired, but they didn't have any of that, so I'm gonna have to either buy online and do like rush shipping so I can work on that this week. I can really only do the walls until next week. My dad does the framing, and then I can work on the ceiling insulation. I know I'm gonna do cork on the floor, and that I'm definitely gonna have to buy online because not a lot of people sell that, and usually it's just used as like actual flooring, like kind of like carpet replacement almost. But I want to do that on the floor and the ceiling for the height, just because it tends to be a little thinner, and it does help a lot with the like noise deadening and keeps bugs out and stuff. But yeah. So it's going to be raining for the next few days. So I can't actually really get started with the insulation until we build the frame, which is what all these wood pieces are for. I'm going to start working on all of the windows. I bought some curtains, some blackout curtains, so today I'm going to measure and start sewing. I do want to do a divider above or right behind the driver's seats to keep the cab away from, or separated at least at night, with keep the light out. But yeah, so I'm going to be measuring right now. It's kind of hard to film when I can't go outside and get like a full view of the windows, so gonna be measuring. I think I'm gonna have to do these windows individually because they're all slightly shaped differently. This is like the only like more square one. The other ones have this kind of rounded side on the end. And then of course do the doors. Those will be a little bit more uniform, but I'm gonna have to do it slightly different when I'm like putting them in, but they're gonna be the same blackout curtains all around. I think I'm a little short some of them, but for the most part it's all good. Alright, so this is what I came up with. So yeah, it turns out these two, the two kind of opposite doors, this side is both of the driver's side door windows. That's the passenger side, all the way in the back there. And yeah, so the measurements for these two both turned out the same. I did put like the actual measurement for the length of the top part of the window, but of course I'll probably, I will just do it to this length, and then it'll kind of have an open hanging part. Yeah, height was the same on both sides. It was roughly, yeah, basically the same as this. This one seemed maybe a little smaller, maybe it was just my measurements. These windows can be a little bit more loose because they are going to be hanging windows, and maybe I'll add magnets or something to kind of tuck them in, but I made a little bit of a buffer so there was an extra inch on the top and bottom. But for the side doors and back doors, they were the same size of where I was measuring to. Those ones I'm definitely going to have to make like magnetic ones. I might pick up Reflectix for that because that's what everyone seems to do. Or I can put like cardboard or something in there just to make them a little bit more firm. But yeah, building around those little like latches to open up the windows is going to be difficult. Yeah, we have all this crap in here right now so that the rain doesn't get to them. Those are just some extra screws for things that I'm trying to keep. But yeah, so I'm going to start cutting some fabric.